Artio here. Welcome to Friday. Welcome to darkest Northampton again. But we'll brighten up the morning with a bit of Live Quo ranking. Special show because we reached 10,000 this week and Status Quo started me off, so I thought I would rank their live albums. Status Quo have always been great live band. Produced 10 albums officially, and some are okay, some are not. So let's get cracking. Coming in at number 10 is the second live album, Live at the N.E.C. Recorded at their 20th anniversary show in 1982. I've got this, but I don't play it because this is the third version of this concert that I've got. I really never wondered why they put it out. It might be something to do with the end of the road, but it first came out, this album, as a part of from the Makers Off compilation in 1982. We got Francis Rossi, Rick Parfitt, Alan Lancaster, Andy Bell. Tracks on the album are Caroline, Roll Over, Lay Down, Backwater, Little Lady, Don't Drive My Car, Whatever You Want, Hold Your Back, Rocking All Over the World, Over the Edge, and Don't Waste My Time. I'm not going to go into the more detail because I'll go in later. It's okay, I suppose. It was a good show, but this was a pointless album in my eyes, and I'll give it an RTO ranking 5 out of 10. Okay, coming in at number 9 is Alive Quo, third live album. Came out in 1992 and it was part of Radio 1's 25th anniversary party in the Park in Birmingham. This lineup was Francis Rossi, Rick Parfitt, John Edwards, Andy Bowne and Jeff Rich. It's got a great version of Whatever You Want on here. In the Army Now, yeah, and Burning Bridges, and Rocking All Over the World. The three of my least favourite tracks after each other. How cruel is that? Then you have the Roundhouse medley. This is the long version. It goes the normal Roundhouse blues, and then it goes into a little Quo medley of Margarita Time, Living on an Island, Break the Rules, Something About You Baby I Lie, The Price of Love, and goes back into Roundhouse Blues. That version of Roundhouse Blues, I mean, I saw them do it a few times and it was absolutely belting. Really good version. But for the rest of the album, well, it's got Caroline on it, I suppose. But when it was the party in the park, and fans got what they wanted, really. I mean, it was a good idea to put this together for that. Got a bit of everything. But I'll only give it an RTO ranking of 5.5, purely for the long version of Roundhouse Blues. Okay, my throat's giving up already. Okay, coming in at number 8 then, 10th live album, Down, and Dignified at Royal Albert Hall, recorded in July 2017 and released 2018, and the band was Francis Rossi, Richie Malone, Rhino Edwards, Andy Bowne and Leon Cave. So this is one of the acoustic sets. It's got a good set of tracks on here, and I do like the Quo acoustic. That's got, and it's better now. Really good acoustic. Break the Rules, Again and Again. The lyric on there is a little bit weak because obviously it's not Rick singing it. Paper Plane, pretty good. Rock and Roll, that's nice. That was a really good version on here. Caroline, that's alright. What you're proposing's not too bad. Hold Your Back is good acoustic, that's a fact. Down Down, Pictures of Matchstick Men, Down the Dust Pipe, All the Reasons, and it's got Rolling Home, the version off In the Army Now. Don't Drive My Car. As much as I like Andy Bowen, he can't sing it like Rick. Claudie, which sounds a lot better acoustically than in the studio. Rain, that's not too bad. Well, then we got the awful Margarita Time. Then we get a little quirky one from Dr. Two Head, Na 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 Na. Rocking All, Whatever You Want, Rocking All Over the World, and Burning Bridges. It's not a bad album. It's quite pleasant. I just miss Rick on this. I've still, still wasn't right. Got used to it now. So I'll give an RTO ranking of 6 out of 10. Okay, coming in at number 7, The Last Nights of the Electrics, when they decided that's it, we're not doing any more electric gigs. Recorded at the O2 Arena in December 2016, released in July. Again, it's Francis Rossi, Richie Malone, Andy Bowen, Rhino Edwards and Leon Cave. Opens up with Caroline, of course, The Wanderer, it's not a bad version. Something About Your Baby I Like. Rain. I still find it, I struggle to someone else singing Rain. I know I shouldn't, but I do, I struggle. Rhino can't sing it. He sings it good, don't get me wrong, but I don't think he hasn't got that Rick touch. Then we get the brilliant Softer Ride. I love this. Brilliant track. Then Beginning of the End, a track I really do like. Hold Your Back. Paper Plane, pretty good. Proposing Medley, I can't remember which is this because they change it all the time. The Oriental, I like that. I think that's a nice little quirky track. Then Creeping Up on You, I don't like that version at all. Then Gerdunula, love that track, seen them perform that live myself, pretty good. In the Army Now, Fall Asleep Time. Then we get Mr. Cave doing a drum solo. Then the brilliant Roll Over Lay Down, Down Down, Whatever You Want. And then we get Rocking All Over the World and Burning Bridges, skip over them. Rock and Roll Music, Bye Bye Johnny, everyone having a good sing song at the end. It's not a bad album. It's got some good versions of the classics. It's listenable, and I mean Richie Malone is a good guitarist. Can't take that away from him. Very, very good guitarist. And I will give this one a ranking of 7 out of 10. Okay, coming in at number 6. This is Live at the BBC, 4th live album thing, released in 2010. This is a lot of in sessions from the BBC's and contributions from fans. So these are the things that people recorded off the radio, sent them into the band, and they put it through the machine and made a pretty decent box set. It's 7 discs and it is a really good box set. So in disc 1 it's In Session, and this is when they were still the Spectres, and we get all these old sort of things. This was done in the Saturday Club in 10th of the 9th, but 55 years ago. Whoa! Yeah, it's got Gloria, I Who Have Nothing, Neighbour Neighbour, Bloodhound, Bird Dog, and then we have a session as Traffic Jam. I Don't Want You, almost but not quite there. Spicks and Specks, It Takes Two. That was recorded in 1967. And then A Status Quo, we've got Spicks and Specks, Judy in Disguise, Pictures of Matchstick Men, Things Can Get Better, Gloria, Bloodhound, Veils of Melancholy, Ice in the Sun, Paradise Flat, which is awful, When My Mind Is Not, these are all 68, Make Me Stay a Bit Longer, Are You Growing Tired of My Love, The Price of Love. Then there's a great version of Junior's Wailing on here, these were done in 69. Spinning Wheel Blues, Down the Dustpipe, that is great. In My Chair. And they do Need Your Love, Mean Girl Railroad. These are actually like in concert things on the radio. Then there's the Sounds of the 70s, which was really good. You've got some stuff off Pile Driver here. Don't Waste My Time, Oh Baby, Unspoken Words, Paper Plane, and an early version of Softer Ride. Then you get Down the Dustpipe again, a great version of Railroad. These are all on the Steve Wright show, so these are all like little acoustic things. Caroline, The Party Out Over Yet, Whatever You Want, Bella Vista Man, I'm Rocking All Over the World, which was done with Ken Bruce. And then on disc 3 we start getting some concerts, and we get, the first one is Live at the Parish Theatre, recorded in London in 1973. Great little set this is. It's Junior's Wailing, a great version of Someone's Learning, In My Chair, Railroad, great version on here, Don't Waste My Time, Paper Plane, Roundhouse Blues, which is a great version, and Bye Bye Johnny. Then you get the full recorded from, remember the Live at the N.E.C. This is the complete show that was broadcast on the Friday Rock Show. Every Quo fan I know had a copy of this. We sat and recorded it like you did. It's got Caroline on it, of course, Roll Over Lay Down, Backwater. That's what he said about Nervous. I'm shaking, but I play with this hand. Don't Drive My Car, great version, one of the best live versions of that. Whatever You Want, Hold You Back, Rocking All Over the World, Over the Edge. The live version on this is absolutely blinding. It's a great rocker anyway. Don't Waste My Time, and the Quirky Dirty Water. Then we get the bombastic 4,500 Times. This is a great version of it. It's about 20 minutes long. It's not the best version, but it is. It's the second best live version I've got. I love this track so much. Big Fat Mama. Great intro to that. Roundhouse Blues, absolutely awesome on here. Rain, probably the best live recording of Rain. They really hit it there. Down, Down, and then Bye Bye Johnny. The next disc is recorded on the Ain't Complaining tour at Wembley, and I was there. It opens up with Whatever You Want, Little Lady, Roll Over Lay Down, Cream of the Crop, yeah. Who Gets Your Love, not very good at all. Hold You Back, Don't Drive My Car, Dirty Water, In the Army Now, Rocking All Over the World, Don't Waste My Time, and then Bye Bye Johnny. Then we get The Party in the Park again, another version of it, and then the final disc is from the Brighton Centre in 1996, and I saw them on this tour. They opened up with Paper Plane, The Wanderer, and then they did Proud Mary, because it was the Don't Stop tour. Then we had that medley of Wild Side of Life, Rolling Home Again and Again, and Slow Train. They did a fantastic version of Get Back by the Beatles. Whatever You Want wasn't too bad. In the Army Now, Something About Your Baby I Like, Don't Waste My Time, Rocking All Over the World, Roundhouse Blues, Caroline, and the best track of all night was when they come out and did All Around My Hat. Live with Maddie Pryor. She was, when I saw it, she was mad as a box of frogs. This is a great little box set. It's not a bad track on it at all. It's really nice to have this, and I give it an RTO ranking of 8 out of 10. Okay then. Coming in at number 5 is Down Down Dirty at Wacken, the 9th official live album, recorded in 2019 at Wacken, released in 2018. Again, this is the current lineup: Francis Rossi, Richie Malone, Rhino Edwards, Andy Bown and Leon Cave. Now again, I think I've mentioned this before, anything that's recorded at Wacken, the quality is good, and the quality of this is really good. It's got the usual suspects on: Caroline, Something About Your Baby I Like, Rain, Softer Rider. This is a great version from this concert. Binging in the End, Hold You Back, the Proposing Medley, Paper Plane, and then we go into the usual rubbish, you know, In the Army Now, Rocking All Over the World. Then you get the rock and roll music, Bye Bye Johnny, Down Down's on there. It's for this production, it is just fantastic, and the band played really well on this. So I will give this an RTO ranking of 8.2. Okay, coming in at number 4, 6 live album, back to SQ1. This is the reunion of the Frantic 4, released in 2013. Of course, this is the classic lineup of Francis Rossi, Rick Parfitt, Alan Lancaster and John Coghlan. Recorded at that. This is recorded at the Hammersmith Odeon, Apollo. You get the intro of Junior's wailing. Does anybody out there want to rock? I sort of mucked it about. Backwater, Just Take Me. Great to hear them again, and Alan singing. Is There a Better Way? Obviously they've slowed it down a lot, because I don't think the boys can cope with it at its full belt. The Brilliant In My Chair, I love that track. Blue Eyed Lady, great live. Little Lady, most of the time, absolutely brilliant. April, Spring, Summer on Wednesday, love that track off Mark Kelly's Greasy Spoon. Then a full version of Railroad, which is absolutely great. Then Oh Baby, brilliant. Then a shorter version of 4,500 Times. Rain, Big Fat Mama, Down Down, Roundhouse Blues, Don't Waste My Time, and Bye Bye Johnny. This is a very good album. I still think they're, although it's the classic lineup, I think they hadn't got into their groove when this was recorded. It is brilliant, don't get me wrong, but I don't think they actually got into their groove. So I'll give it an RTO ranking of 8.5. Okay, coming in at number 3, 7th live album, Acoustic, Aquostic, live at the Roundhouse, recorded in October 2014, released 2015. It's got Francis Rossi, Rick Parfitt, Rhino Edwards, Andy Bown and Leon Cave. This is a brilliant acoustic album. I love it. We got And It's Better Now, Break the Rules Again and Again, Paper Plane, Mystery Song. This is brilliant acoustic. Rick's brilliant on that, absolutely brilliant. And then Little Lady, absolutely brilliant. Rock and roll, and the best version I've heard of that. Caroline starts off a bit funky. What you're proposing is really good on this as well. Softer rider, good as ever. Down Down, Matchstick Men, Down the Dust Pipe. And then we got two of my favourite Rick tracks, All the Reason and Reason for Living. Rolling Home, and that's the I think that's the, I can't remember, I haven't played that one for a little while. I think it's the In the Army Now version. If I'm wrong, please correct me. Don't Drive My Car, brilliant, one of Rick's best. Claudie, as I said, this always sounds a lot better live as an acoustic song. Rain, great version. Margarita Time, yeah. Na 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 Na, love that track. Whatever You Want, rocking all over the world. And Rock to Your Drop, I actually think that sounds quite good. It's better than the electric version. And then you get Burning Bridges. Apart from a few tracks that I still don't like, it's a really good acoustic album, one of the best I've got. And I'll give it an RTO ranking of 9 out of 10. Okay, coming in at number 2 is the Frantic Force Final Fling live at Dublin O2. This is the second tour they did, and by this time they'd got into their groove. And this is a fabulous album. The sound is a lot better on this album, and the tightness between Alan Lancaster and John Coghlan is fantastic. It harkens back to their glory days, and it is a great set. Opens up with Junior's wailing, of course. Backwater, Just Take Me. Is There a Better Way? Blue Eyed Lady. In My Chair, Little Lady most of the time. So you've got most of the stuff they did on the first tour. Rain, April, Spring, Summer and Wednesdays. Railroad, Oh Baby. And this is the best bit. They do a bit shortened bit of 4,500 times, and then they go into Gotta Go Home, which is a part of that longer version, the instrumental, and they do the singing in it. Brilliant. That is the best bit of this album, without a doubt. I love it. Then the brilliant Big Fat Mama, and a great version of Down Down. Best live version I've got. It's hard, it's heavy, it's brilliant. Roundhouse Blues, Good as Ever, Caroline, and Bye Bye Johnny. As I said, this is a far better album than the one they did at the Hammersmith, and it was so good to hear. I've seen the video. I couldn't get tickets to go and see him on this tour. I was one of the unlucky ones that didn't get one, but it's just nostalgic, and I'm glad they did it, because obviously it'll never happen again. And I give this album an RTO ranking of 9.5. So number 1, it's obvious, isn't it? First album they brought out, the live album, the brilliant live album, recorded on between the 27th and 29th of October 1976. Using the Rolling Stones mobile studio, and released in March 77. Now Francis Rossi says this is the worst ever album we made. Oh, I can't believe he said that, but Rick said he thought it was brilliant. Obviously you've got the classic lineup: Francis Rossi, Rick Parfitt, Alan Lancaster and John Coghlan. And also you've got on keyboards in the background Andy Bown, and Bob Young on harmonica, Jackie Linton as the MC. So you get, of course, Junior's wailing with Jackie Linton Is anybody out there wants to rock? Is there anyone out there to roll? Live tonight from the Glasgow Pop Apollo, we have the #1 rock and roll band in the land. Will you please welcome Status Quo, straight into Junior's Wailing. Brilliant version. And then the best live version of Backwater, Just Take Me. Just can't get any better than that. This is when Quo were at their height, and this is the best version. And the best live version, Is There a Better Way? This is Fast and Furious. In My Chair's there, brilliant. Little Lady most of the time. Again, the best version of this. Then Rain, he says something you're a bit partial up here to a thing called Rain. And this is the best live version of Rain. It's the definitive version. Then we get the definitive version of 4,500 times. This is a 24 minute all dancing version. Absolutely brilliant. Roll Over Lay Down, very good version. I do prefer the early version of this. It's got more to it. Then we've got Big Fat Mama, Don't Waste My Time, Roundhouse Blues, Caroline, and Bye Bye Johnny. This is far the best Quo live album, and I think it's the definitive sound of Quo. Every track on here, you do get probably the definitive versions of these songs. And when they remixed it and brought it out again and cleaned up even more, made it, and it sounds even better. They took it's still got that raw sound, but it's a clearer sound, and it's a brilliant album, and it gets a 10 out of 10 from me every day of the week. Okay, that's Status Quo. I think we've covered it on all posts now. That's that. I would love to know what you guys think. I'm sure you will. You Quo fans do like to tell me what you think. Got one more show for the week, and we're going to be looking at the brand new Iron Maiden album. So we'll be doing that very shortly. Until then, take care for now.